Ooh, so if this is coming across your feed, this message is for you today, ladies. If you are tired of men not giving you that princess treatment in dating or even in your marriage, this episode is for you. We're going to give you three things that is so important if you want to start activating that princess treatment from the masculine.
Yes. And for those of you just joining, I'm Coach B, former lifelong bachelor,
Mm-hmm.
really here to help you ladies understand your role and a man's perspective on what type of woman he's going to give this princess treatment to. Because one thing you have to know is men don't give princess treatment just to everybody. So we're going to help you with that today.
Yeah, there's that is true. That is very true. And most women understand that. So if you're new here, what's up? I'm Natasha. I was a former single mom with four little kids when I re-entered the dating scene later on in life. So for all you ladies that feel like you're starting over, you haven't arrived yet, don't worry, we got you. We have proven receipts. Not only did I attract my amazing provider energy husband who gives me princess treatment every single day, we have helped thousands of women to date, especially women that are beautiful, you're successful, you have a good heart, you're that nice girl, you're the overgiver. Maybe you attract men, but then they fall off or they're just not giving you that treatment that you know you deserve. Well, it's because of one of these three things that we're going to talk about today. Okay. And we just had three recent engagements, one new wedding, okay, just in the last few weeks. And all of these women married or engaged to provider type men that spoil them, that are healthy. And three of these women were actually single moms like me, too. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm excited to jump in. I know we got some good stuff for you today. So get your questions ready. We're going to answer questions as well
Yeah.
and give you ladies some tools as well. So just stick around, especially for the third point, because I'm excited
Yes.
about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's different about what we do here on YouTube and in our Feminine Energy Academy. You get the masculine's perspective and the feminine perspective. So, this really helps you understand polarity, that masculine feminine dynamics in dating and marriage, and from a really healed, healthy place that actually works.
Yes.
So, let's jump into it.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. First of all, what is princess treatment, ladies? Well, princess treatment, I mean, men are not going around saying, I want to give her princess
Not
treatment.
at all.
Okay. This is definitely something that the feminine came up with. And it's really individualized, right? So for some women, it's, he's financially providing, he's taking care of things, but it's beyond that for most women, right? It's, he's just treating you really well. His energy is coming towards you consistently. You feel safe and secure in the relationship. You're not anxious and stressed all the time. He's doing things for
Yeah.
you, like little things like opening the door for you, carrying things, taking things off of your plate, not adding things to your plate, ladies, taking things off of your plate, looking for opportunities to help you, okay, and make your life easier so you can be in your soft girly era, okay? That's what we're talking about when we're talking about princess treatment.
Yes.
And men love to give that, by the way. They absolutely love it.
Yes.
All right, so maybe the first thing?
Yeah. Well, I'll let you get into the first thing. But
Okay.
one thing I want to add to it as
Okay,
well
baby.
is as we give you these pointers, these 3 points, one thing to know confidence is great. The desire to be treated like a princess is great. But that alone won't get you the princess treatment because you're super confident and because he's supposed to treat me like a queen. He's supposed to treat me this way. No, you have to have the tools so you can know how to go about it in a logical way. Otherwise, it'll be a hope and a dream, and you'll never really attract that type of man.
Thank you for saying that, honey,
Yes.
because it is so true and it's different than, it's just different coming from a man,
Yeah.
right? And this is a lifelong bachelor. He was formerly engaged. And it's so funny because we went back to his old neighborhood, like the hood, and one of his old guys saw Brian open the door for me. And he was laughing, and then I can't remember exactly what you said, but you're basically like, I was holding out until my.
He-
Do you remember what you said?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, B, I've never seen you do that. I told him I was waiting on my wife before I gave her that treatment. And that's really the mindset of a man. A man is not going to give that princess treatment to just someone he's sleeping with,
Yeah.
to a situationship, to someone who looks good, but he doesn't see as his wife. If he's not giving you that treatment, even before you get married, if he's not showing you signs of it, then he probably doesn't look at you that way. But we'll go on. But that was
Yeah.
a good point.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many examples. This man will not let me touch a door. He
Right.
always opens the door for me,
Yes.
always to this day. And we're 2 years into our
Yes.
marriage, okay? So this is something that women can activate in
Mm.
men. Okay, so anyway, let's jump into it. First thing, and this is so important, ladies. Oh my goodness. You could be so beautiful, you could be so successful, such a good person, but most women don't know how to talk to men. So a man is going to give princess treatment to the woman who knows how to talk to
Yes.
him. Okay? She knows how to talk to him. Most women have no clue how to talk to a man.
Yep.
And I know this to be true because we've coached thousands of women. And just go watch any reality TV show. These people, married, rich, beautiful, clueless when it comes to talking to men. And this is what sets you apart as a woman. And maybe, honey, you can explain that. Because, I mean, most women are attractive, good hearted people. But this is such a game changer with just how the energy he brings
Yeah.
you, just based on how you communicate with him.
It's so important how you talk to a man when you talk about getting this princess treatment, because with a man, even though we'll never say it, how you talk to us, how you treat us, makes us feel a certain way. So you really want to tap into how a man feels being around you instead of just stating facts. Even if you're not screaming and hollering at him, if you're talking to him like it's one of the girls, that's not going to be something that's going to bring the polarity. If you're talking to him like you're at work and you're giving out instructions, that right there signals to him that this is not a relationship where we're dating. This is a relationship where, okay, this is Sergeant, I'm at work, I have to be on it. So understanding and having the tools, understand how to talk to him in a soft way, you can still get your point across. We're not telling you to be just footstools
Yeah.
when you're talking to him, but it's strategic, and you have to know how to approach him. You have to know how, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you want to get a point across, it's a way that you talk to him that gets you the results. You can get anything out of a man. I mean, 99% of the things that you desire out of a
True.
man, if you know how to talk, if you know how to approach him, if you know how to talk to him in a soft way where it's not combative, but you're still talking to him, letting him know what you desire. So, you want to add to it, babe?
Ladies, this is a huge, huge piece of what we teach you in the Feminine Energy Academy, because it's a game changer for women. And we've saved so many marriages, like literally people about to sign divorce papers, relationships have, people have separated, all of these things. And one of the biggest things that we have to work on with the ladies, I know you want to change the man, but we got to work on you ladies, is how you are talking to him. And we're talking about the speed.
Yes.
We're talking about your tone. We're talking about the exact words that you are saying to him in public and in private. All of these things make a difference for the masculine. And even just, the energy that you're embodied in when you're saying things, knowing when to talk and when to shut up, ladies. Okay. And I love you so much. And I'm saying this as someone that's had to really, really work on this within myself. And a lot of women, especially the women we attract, you're super ambitious, right? Like you're probably a leader, you're used to getting things done. You might be a single mom, you might be a lawyer, a realtor, a business owner, a coach yourself. And so you're used to talking to people in a certain way, which is totally fine. But it's that awareness and the skill set of knowing how to talk to him that is going to be the huge game changer, because you don't have to be a doormat, like what Coach B is saying. It's not that we're telling you to not talk at all, but it's knowing exactly when to talk, how to talk, and being very strategic with the words that you are using, because you're either going to cause his nervous system to feel safe with you and open up, or he's going to close down and he's going to pull away. And exactly what Coach B is saying, he's never going to tell you. He's just going to be avoidant.
Yes.
And then you're going to come on here and you're going to be like, how come men are so avoidant? They're avoidant with you.
Yes.
Okay, I love you so much. Men are not avoidant. They're just being avoidant with you, okay, until you change this. But yeah, we can go to the next point.
And I want to add one more thing. A lot of
Okay.
times men are avoidant with you because men a lot of times try to spare your feelings. They don't want to hurt you. So instead of just telling you straight out, like, you don't know how to talk to me, you don't know this, men aren't going to help you become the woman that you need to be for him.
So good.
I'll say it again. Men aren't going to help you becoming the woman that you need to be to attract a husband. If you're not that woman, he'll just avoid you. He'll move on because men don't have time to build a bear. Men don't have time to build a woman up to be that person. That's why it's so important. And one thing that you said as well, when communicating with a man, knowing when to talk. Not only the tone, but when to have the conversations. Because one thing to know, most men, when it's a deep conversation, when you have to talk about some things that may be challenging, most men need time to debrief. Most men need time to just process before jumping into the conversation. And if you just want to talk right now, no, don't go anywhere. We got to get this off our chest. Let's address it. And you're coming at him like that. That's not a way that's going to cause a man to want to be around you. He'll avoid you and avoid you to the point where now you're just functioning. Instead of being in a relationship, now you're just functioning around each other. So you want to make sure you have all the tools, not just knowing what to say, but when to say it and how to say it.
Oh, baby, that's so good.
Yes.
Okay, so ladies, if you notice patterns in your life, don't judge yourself. Okay, this message is for you. But if you're noticing men pulling away, whether you're dating or married, because we coach both, men pulling away, men shutting down, men saying things like they don't know how to communicate with you, or they're, emotionally unavailable, or you think they're avoidant, or just whatever. His energy is pulling away from you. He's probably sleeping with you still. That means nothing for a man. A man will sleep with a rock, like literally that means nothing. Okay. But if he is not open with you, if his energy is not coming towards you consistently, then I guaranteed it's probably how you're talking to him. Okay. And this is a pattern for you.
Yes.
So of course I will leave some trainings for you, because this is a big thing that we go through, and we teach our ladies in the dating stage, like all the way from like the dating app stage and like text messaging, phone call stage, all the way to engagement stage, all the way to marriage stage, okay, to keep that polarity and attraction strong so his energy is coming towards you. Okay, so point number 2, ladies, this is so important, okay? Men will never tell you this, of course, but a man spoils and really gives princess treatment to the woman who's already embodied in this frequency, okay, in this energy. So this is not more head knowledge. This is not you being so gorgeous. I'm sure you're already pretty, and that's part of it, but it's the energy you're embodied in, meaning that you were already used to getting princess treatment, okay? And you have space to allow a man to give you princess treatment. This is a subconscious thing. This is at a nervous system level. This is at a subconscious level. So Coach B talks about this all the time, where when he first met me, he could tell I was this type of woman. And men are just going to mirror your energy. So if you don't value yourself as a woman, meaning you don't take care of your body, you don't take care of your hair, you don't have boundaries as a woman with your time, with your energy, he's going to subconsciously mirror that back to you. So this is for my ladies who are so sweet, so kind, so nice, and you're used to being the caregiver. You're the one that takes care of everyone. So you're maybe taking care of your parents, you're taking care of your kids, you might have a kid with a disability. These are the types of women that we attract, by the way. You take care of teams, business. You're a teacher, you're a professor. You are so used to taking care of everyone else, even the men in your life. You are not the type of woman he's going to give princess treatment to. He's going to mirror your energy, right? You're going to attract that reciprocal match of more people that need fixing, that more people that need to be taken care of, who need a caregiver, and who just need all that support, because you're really good at self-abandoning and taking care of everyone else.
And one thing I've noticed, even with you and other women that don't have a problem embodying that person's treatment, even to themselves, is they have a healthy relationship with the masculine. And what I mean by that is they trust the masculine. Usually women that don't trust the masculine are the women that are doing everything. The women that are just stepping out and saying, okay, I can do it better. I'm not going to wait around for somebody to, do it. I'm going to do it better. But you don't know how to relax. You don't know how to just do things for yourself. You know how to get things done, but you don't know how to make sure that you're a part of the process. It's like, okay, you're doing stuff for your kids. You're doing stuff for him because he just needs a little help. He needs that little boost. So you're going to help him out. You're doing stuff, you're caregiving for your parents. You're taking care of your parents. You're making sure they're good, which is great. but you don't have a balance, and you don't allow others to do for you. So you don't even look at yourself sometimes as if you deserve that. You don't even deserve, okay, I don't want to spend money on myself because someone else needs something. I don't want to get my hair done because I can spend that money on this for someone else.
Yeah.
So you abandon yourself. You don't trust the masculine to do something. And a lot of times you complain about what you don't have. You complain about people aren't there for you. But it goes back to you not trusting the masculine and being able to relax and do for yourself.
Oh, baby, that was so good. That's 100% true. Is you got to heal your masculine energy wounds and you got to heal your nervous system. So a woman who is healed in those areas of her life. So once again, look at patterns, babe, because your patterns are your receipts of where your frequency is at, where you've been embodied in. You can have all the head knowledge you want, but your reality won't lie, right? So for you, are you just used to being the one that does everything for everybody? Do you feel like there's not enough men right now that want to provide for you, want to give you princess treatment? Do you feel like, oh, they're not in my town, they're not in my country, they don't like me because of my age, they don't like me because of my skin color? These are all the excuses that we hear from women, but we shift all of this for you in the Feminine Energy Academy, which before we go to the third point, I want to mention this Saturday, I'm going to be actually teaching you ladies how to embody the frequency and really activate princess treatment. Even if there's no man in your life right now, okay? That's totally fine. You can activate princess treatment from everyone around you. I mean, this is why Christ calls you his bride. This is why Esther, she was embodied. She got that princess treatment. Why? Because she was embodied in that. She felt like she was worthy of that. So this is so, so important, ladies. And once again, this is for my ladies who are just used to being leaders. You're always activated. You're always on. You always have to do things for everybody. You have a high stress job, maybe. Doctors, therapists, those business ladies. We understand that. This is literally why we created the Feminine Energy Academy, because a lot of times women think that it's one or the other. And we see this all the time, and this might be you, where it's like, I have to pick my career and my success, or I'm just going to abandon myself, abandon that part of me, and then, to attract a man, and I'm just not going to do that. We teach you how to have both, okay? You can still be the ambitious woman. You can still be the business owner. You can still be successful. Men are not intimidated of you, babe. I promise you that. Coach B talks about this all the time. They're not intimidated of you. It's just learning how to talk to them, and it's learning how to really shift into different energy when you are with him.
Yes.
Okay? So that's so, so important. And of course, we have a free 7-day trial right now. So you can jump in. You can start learning this today, and you can even book a one-on-one with Coach B once you jump in there.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll definitely, I see a few questions. We're going to get to those shortly, but we're going to go ahead and give you ladies the third point.
Okay, so the third thing, ladies, this is so important. Like, all of these things are so important. If you're just joining, we're teaching you the exact type of woman that men give princess treatment to, okay? So the third thing, ladies, so, so important. It's how you are choosing men. How you are choosing men. One more time, how you are choosing men. There's certain men that are just so unhealthy that they're not gonna give princess treatment out. And then there's certain men who are healthy in their masculinity and they want to provide. They want to be the man in your life. They want to take the lead. They want to take care of you. They want to take things off of your plate. He's wired to do that. God has made him that way in his masculinity. He feels best when he's like that. He wants to be loyal. He wants to show up consistently for you, but it's how you're choosing men. And a lot of times women choose men, once again, going back to our second point, if you struggle with that nice girl energy, you're so used to self-abandoning and taking care of everyone else. You end up attracting and choosing men who need to be taken care of. They're used to being in their receiving energy. They might be younger than you, right? But he's cute. You're choosing men based on chemistry. You're choosing men based on, you're attracted to him. Or you're choosing men just because he's giving you attention. This is another thing we see our ladies do all the time. He's not for you. He's shown you he's not for you. He's shown you that he doesn't show up consistently. He's shown you that he's not treating you properly, but you still go back to him. All he has to do, you stop talking for a couple weeks. He reaches out. Maybe he wants to do something for you, and you're right there.
Yeah.
That's why you're not getting princess treatment, babe. You're training men to not give you princess treatment because you're choosing men that it's not even in them to give it to you.
Yeah, that happens
Yeah.
so often. And the first thing that most women need to do, especially if you find yourself in a pattern of choosing the type of men that you really don't desire as far as showing you the princess treatment that you desire, the first thing is take that accountability. A lot of times what we hear is, okay, it's no good men out there. I don't know where the men are. I just for some reason, by osmosis, I just keep attracting these bad men. Men are narcissists. That narrative is something that's stopping you right there because you bought into that and that's what you're holding on to. So any man that you see, any man you come across,
Yeah.
you're already programmed to look at him in that way. So first, it's changing that narrative. Secondly, it's getting the tools. It's understanding that people out here are attracting healthy masculine energy men. People out here are getting that princess
Yeah.
treatment.
Yeah.
People out here are living the dream life that they desire. And now you have to look at yourself and say, what am I doing differently that's not getting me the results? Once you have that perspective, now you position yourself for that man because no man is going to be attracted to a woman as far as wanting to spoil her. A woman who's talking about what the man before him did, or who's talking about how bad men are. Men just don't do that. You're talking to him on the first date, and you're telling him about the past relationship and about he didn't do this for me. Instead of you just talking and enjoying yourself, having fun, smiling, you're coming with the approach of men aren't anything. And even if it's in your heart and you don't
Yeah.
share it, men can sense it, men can feel it. So you want to make sure you make those changes before you even continue dating because you're going to continue to attract the same type of man until you take a step back and say, okay, what adjustments do I need to make? Do I need to take 6 months off, 3 months off from dating and just heal? We don't just go from,
Yeah.
and I can say this myself, I tore my ACL. I don't go from tearing my ACL to next week thinking I'm healed just because I had surgery.
Yeah.
Right? Surgery is part of the process. Joining the FEA is part of the process. But just because you joined, that doesn't mean you're ready today. I still had
Yeah.
to go through healing for another 6 months.
Yeah.
And then after that, now it was the mental part for me where I had to get past the fact of I could hurt myself again. And a lot of you ladies don't even allow yourself that where you
good.
can be hurt again, but you have to know that you've done everything in your power to protect yourself and to position yourself for the right man. But unless you go through the process, if you join the FEA, then 2 weeks later, I'm healed, I'm ready, I don't feel the same way I used to feel, I'm ready to start dating, you're going to find yourself right back in a situationship. That's why we tell you, give it 6 months, give it a year. Allow yourself to go through the emotions and the process before you jump right back out there because you haven't totally healed just because you came into the FEA.
And I understand a lot of times women are like, I just want this now. I want this now. And like you're in a rush, which I understand that. But the interesting thing, what I've learned also, when you actually pause and heal more and
Yeah.
regulate more and learn how to do things differently, it actually speeds up time. It actually causes things to happen faster. And we went through that. So I was on this healing journey like a lot of you ladies are, and you think you know everything. I thought I knew everything too. I went back on the dating app, not back, I started on the dating apps, pushed myself to do it. I did not want to do it, just like most women don't want to do it. Made myself do it. I ended up attracting my husband, okay? He wasn't my husband at the time. I attracted Coach B,
Yeah.
okay? And I thought, I'm good. Yes, this is it. I'm ready. We met and then we hooked up. I broke my boundaries. I didn't follow my own strategy and it didn't work, right? We hooked back up and then, he wasn't stepping up. And so we were in different countries and he just was not stepping up. So thankfully, I had enough sense to stop it right there and detach from him completely.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like, let me go back on the dating apps
Right.
and start dating again. No. And I also didn't just give it a couple weeks or a couple months. And, if he's reaching out, I'm like, oh yeah, let's talk again because I miss you. No, that's how you shoot yourself in the foot as a woman because then you're training him. He doesn't have to show up for you.
Yep.
I didn't do that at all. I took a complete break. I worked on myself. I worked on my nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on my just learning how to date differently. I worked on myself, healing my man wounds. I realized I had some rejection, abandonment wounds. So I was still playing in those patterns, right? So I healed all of
Yes.
those things, babe. And then he came back into the picture and I was ready. I wasn't like, okay, as soon as he comes back, yes, oh, great. I'm so glad you're here. I missed you. No, it was like he had to
Yeah.
earn it again.
Yeah.
He had to show me things were different, and I didn't sleep with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that this time he had to come to my country, and he had to show me he was serious. He rearranged his whole life, which men will do, rearranged his whole life. And, we dated properly, but then we were engaged 8 months later,
Yeah.
married 3 months after that.
Yes.
Okay, so you might have to go through that process, but I promise you, babe, it's a win-win situation. When you know at your core this person is not for you, or he's not showing up
Yep.
for you in the way that you know you deserve, which is that princess treatment, that consistency, you got to detach and move on. And it's a win-win because he'll either rise up or he'll fall away.
Yep. Yeah. So are you ready to jump into some of these questions?
Sure.
So good. It's a couple that I'll get to later that
Yeah.
men said, but I want to address a couple with the ladies first. Said went back on a dating app.
Okay.
That little lie that you have, what- I guess, oh, that one's gone. This is something that I want the ladies to really look at and to really make decisions based on what type of man you're looking to attract. We had one man said, men don't need healing after breakups. That's a woman's move. And the thing is, when you find yourself attracting these type of men, men that look at themselves as if they're already whole, they don't need any healing. And I was a lifelong bachelor, 30 plus years, and in a sense, I didn't know I needed healing until I started talking to the right people, and until I started to look at, okay, what do I really want? Do I want just something that's going to end in a couple of months, or do I want a wife? When I made the decision that I wanted a wife, then I knew I needed healing. I needed to heal ways I thought. It doesn't mean that you necessarily need healing, need to go to church, a therapist, but I needed to start thinking differently if I wanted to find myself with a wife. So any man that's like, okay, let me know when you get the healing, or I don't want to talk to a therapist, I don't believe in therapists, I don't believe in getting help. Those type of men are dangerous to be around because that's how they're going to lead you. They're going to lead you with they have the answers. They don't need anyone else's opinion. It's going to be something that's going to be challenging because it's all comes down to what they're thinking and how they see things. So you really have to make sure you get your healing, because once as a woman you start healing, you start looking at things differently. You start seeing things for what they are, and you'll be able to attract men that mirror your energy. And those type of men that may come across in a certain way, but deep down inside view things differently, they'll stand out and you'll be able to make a decision a lot quicker instead of getting fooled a couple of months later.
That's so good. Ladies, we teach you how to do everything step by step. We teach you how to attract that princess treatment, how to date differently, how to vet men, how to choose men differently, how to talk to them, and how to stay regulated in your nervous system.
Yeah. So good. A couple more questions. I had a couple that I had circled, but I'm going to find a couple. The short of Coach B grabbing the cologne out of the air brought me here.
Oh, I love that.
Too
Welcome.
funny.
I love
Yes, listen. Whatever it takes to get you here. Now that you're here, now it's
Yeah.
about doing
Yeah.
what's needed to be done to position yourself to either your marriage that you're in, either to have that be even better, or to
Yes.
position yourself for your husband.
Well, and that short that we were talking about, where Coach B is dancing around, sorry. We're talking about marriage gets to be fun.
Yeah.
And we're living proof of that. We're actually living that. You get to have a marriage where it is fun, where you get princess treatment. That is our norm. Why? Because you work hard on yourself. When you work hard on yourself, dating and marriage gets to be easy. Most people do the opposite. They work really, really hard dating and trying to be with a man and trying to make it work, and you're not working on yourself. Ladies, don't worry about what he's doing. Work on you. We've coached, we got the data. We've coached thousands of women. We have engagements and marriages every month. We have saved so many marriages.
Why? Because not because of what the guy is doing, because we work on the woman. And when you work on you as a woman, you're going to attract differently from the masculine,
Mm,
whether it's the guy you're with or it's a new guy.
yes,
But either way, it's win-win for you, babe.
yes.
And we're so good at this. This is why we have a free 7-day trial.
Mm,
And you can cancel anytime. You can jump in right now. We actually just started a 120-day body and frequency upgrade challenge where you get to do check-ins with me, you get accountability, you get support, you get all the tools so that you're having a body glow up. And we're
mm,
talking your hormones, your nervous system, but also your frequency, your energy as a woman. Okay, because that is what's going to hold the life that you're calling in. If you want to be successful financially, but you want to have the amazing fun marriage, plus you want to age backwards and look amazing in your body and hormones, well, that's a capacity issue.
mm.
And that's what we teach you in the Feminine Energy Academy. So we just started a 120
120,
day
yes.
challenge. Jump in right now. You can jump in anytime. Even if you're watching the replay, you can still jump in and get our support with that. And then this Saturday, I'm doing a masterclass where I'm teaching you ladies how to embody the frequency of princess treatment
Yes.
in dating and in marriage. Okay, this is the game changer, and I don't teach this stuff on YouTube. It's too potent for YouTube. Okay? Yeah.
And also this Thursday, I'm doing Ask a Man, where
Yes.
you ladies get to come in and ask me any questions regarding your relationships, about men, whatever the question is. Nothing's off the table.
Yes.
I'll be in there helping you ladies out for about a couple of hours. So jump in so you can be a part of that as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's your safe place to be coached. Like you actually get coaching
Yes.
from Coach B, from myself.
Yes.
That's the game changer. And this is why we have the best results
Yes.
in our academy. We have the best dating and relationship school on the school platform and Feminine Energy Academy on the platform. Why? Because this is what works. Getting that coaching, having that support, plus we give you the activation audios. We teach you how to do things differently. We can help you with your dating profile. We teach you how to vet men. We teach you
Yes.
how to just communicate with them, how to talk with them. Plus you can have that real-time feedback. So what our ladies do, they'll be like, okay, he said this, what
Yep.
should I do? He just texted me this, what should I do? Or my husband is not stepping up, what should I do? So we walk you through exactly what to do in real time. This is why our women get results. Yeah.
Yes. So we do have another question. Lady
Okay.
says, what do you do if the man will not let you go no contact? And that's talking
I love
about
that.
one of our videos where we said no contact makes him step up. And the thing is, and I'll let you answer next, but when a man doesn't let you, when a man doesn't let you go no contact, even just saying that sounds interesting, right? Because it's no such thing as a man not allowing you to go no contact,
Yeah.
specifically if you're not being held against your will. Now, if you're being held against your will, that's something different. Call the authorities, give us a sign or something, wink your eye, or help us, let us know, and we can reach out.
Oh, that's
Otherwise, it comes down to what decision that you're making, because he's going to reach out. He's going to say the right things. Even like today, I talked to one of the ladies. He's going to send you money. He's going to say he misses you.
Yeah.
He's going to do everything. Your job. And a lot of times women aren't able to do this because
Yeah.
their nervous system, haven't
Yeah.
done any work.
Yeah.
They just respond and it feels good in the moment. They
Yeah.
haven't done any healing. But when he does that, you have to be able to move on. You have to be able to not respond. And you can't do it by willpower. You
Yeah.
can't do it like, I know don't need to respond. I'm going to make myself busy. No, you have to first make a decision. Then you have to get the tools. If you don't have the tools, you'll not respond for a couple
Yeah.
weeks, but he'll continue. What men do, he'll continue to put that pressure on you. He'll continue reaching out. He may even pop up. He'll send you money. He'll do the things that he never did when you were together. Now he's just doing it out of the blue. It's like, wow, he's doing everything I wanted him to do. I think he's healed. So then you respond. Or he's just going to, reach out to your cousin, reach out to your mother because he has a
Yeah.
good relationship with your son. Reach out to your son.
Yep.
And now you're like, oh, I have to allow him back in. He just wants to see the kids. Whatever it is, you have to have the nervous system to be able to respond correctly. But no man can stop you from going no contact
Yes.
unless he's holding you from your own, unless he's holding you at bay, unless he's doing something illegal. So it's about you getting the tools so you can respond correctly.
Okay, so this is where women break. This is where women shoot themselves in the foot, and this is why women don't get princess treatment. So lean in here, ladies. If you can relate to this, where you've tried to go no contact, you've tried to detach, but he is just coming at you even harder now, this message is for you.
Yep.
Okay. So every time you go back to him, you let him have access to you, because exactly what Coach B is saying, he's not letting you go no contact. That means you don't know how to hold your boundaries as a woman. That means you're in that nice girl energy and you just give people access to you. That's why you're not getting princess treatment. It's kind of like this. It's like Louis Vuitton or any of the high-end stores. You can't just walk in there.
Right.
Right? There's a security guard there. You might have to wait in line, or there's an appointment there. Okay. Why? Because they're telling the average person that we're not average. Okay. You need to be, you need to have money. You need to be special to be in here. That's how you need to treat yourself. You don't just allow people to have access to you. If you're the type of woman just allows anyone to have access to you, just any guy can message you anytime, you are portraying, you're in the frequency of low value. Let me say that one more time. If just anyone has access to you, you are in the frequency of low value, not princess treatment.
Yep.
Okay, that's that nice girl energy. Oh, but he's trying to send me money. He wants to talk to the kids. He's going to try everything, babe. That's what you have to understand. He is going to try everything because he's freaking out in that moment and he wants access to you. But this is why it's so important in that moment that you don't give him access to you, because then you're training him that he just has to give you money or give you a sad story and then he gets access to you again. And then you're going to carry that energy into your dating life and maybe marriage if you make it to marriage. Right? And then he's not going to be consistent for you.
Yeah.
You've trained him to be like that. You need to allow him to go through all the emotions he needs to go through to either step up or fall away.
Yeah.
If Coach B would have reached out to me and I would have just went right back with him like a month later, we would not be sitting here. He knew that I was a different type of woman. I wasn't fooling around. Right? And a healthy man like Coach B understands that and respects boundaries. He knew, maybe you can talk about that, honey. He knew that he couldn't come back the same way.
Yeah. And that's the difference. You'll really find out how a man views you if he respects boundaries. If you start giving a man boundaries and then he's making you feel like you're the victim or you're the person that did something wrong, you're the one, it's your fault. He's just making you feel all type of emotions, then that's probably someone that doesn't view you in the way as being a wife or someone he potentially can get to know in that way. But if you have boundaries in place, and even with myself, it's not something I wanted.
Yeah.
Most men don't want boundaries. That's just the reality.
Yeah.
But when you're the wife that he desires, the type of woman that he desires to be with, he'll respect those boundaries. He won't make you feel a certain type of way. He won't put it back on you saying, well, it's your fault. You made me feel this way. You shouldn't have slept with me now. You got me going. How we going to stop doing this? Whatever it is. He's just, pouring it on you to make you feel a certain type of way. That man you have to be willing to walk away from. And the thing is, what a lot of people do, a lot of ladies do, they'll look at our story and say, okay, Coach B came back. How long did it take Coach B? I'm just going to do that for the situationship that I'm in because he'll come back. He's a good person. And when you detach, the one thing you have to remember, detaching doesn't mean you're waiting on him. Detaching means you detach fully. That means you moved on with your life like Tosh did with me. She moved on with her life. She didn't have me. She wasn't looking me up on social media. She wasn't reaching out to me. She wasn't checking in with the people that I knew to see how I was doing. No, she had totally detached and she trusted the masculine, which is God. She trusted God that it would be me or someone better. And thankfully for me, it was me. When I came back, she still was, not dating anyone for marriage. So I was able to come in, but you can't do it just waiting on him. I actually spoke with someone today and they said, as they're detaching, they haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. They feel like they've detached. How should they move forward? And my response is, because he's reaching out, like we just talked about, he's reaching out, he's sending money. My response is send the money back. And this is for all you ladies, even single
Yeah.
ladies with kids. If listen, if this money isn't going towards the child, and that's the father of the children, where he's paying some type of money to make sure, child support to make sure the child is good. If this is just him sending money, I don't care if it's your baby daddy or whoever, send it back. And you have to send it back. And I know sometimes it can be challenging depending on what financial situation you're in. But what you don't want to do is to train him that sending money is going to give him access. Because he's just trying to figure out, how can I get access? Do I send money? Do I send her on a trip? Do I give her a massage? Do I come over and fix her car? He'll do anything, but you have to totally detach just so he knows it's over for you. I don't care what you do, I've moved on. And you have to be willing to do that, but you can't do that again just because you feel like doing it. You have to have the tools.
Well, every decision is a new portal, ladies, right? So if you're opening those doors, if you're keeping those doors open to men who have shown you that they're not showing up, you are also saying no to being a spoiled wife.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you can say yes to him and give him access and talk to him again and all that stuff, but you're saying no to being a spoiled wife. You're saying no to the type of woman who gets spoiled, who gets princess treatment, and who a man is willing to do anything for to marry her.
Yes.
Okay, because it's one or two frequencies that you're in. You're either in the frequency of situationship and girlfriend, or you're in the situationship of spoiled wife who gets princess treatment every day.
Yes. And shout out to Rose. It's her first time watching. And make sure you hype. You also subscribe as well, so you can get all the information on when we come on. And so you'll be able to get access to us.
Yes.
You want to add anything? I know we're wrapping
Oh,
up.
I just realized the time. Okay, yeah, we got to go. So ladies, what you can do right now, your next step, jump into the Feminine Energy Academy. You get a free 7-day trial. Click the Start Here section and start going through that. I have a feminine archetype quiz. I test and I assess your nervous system, see your nervous system patterns, how you're showing up in marriage and in dating. We teach you about polarity, attraction, how to vet men, how to date properly, all of those things. Okay, start there. And then also, like I said, we just started a new 120-day challenge to upgrade your body and your frequency, so you can participate in that as well. And then this Saturday, I'm doing a Activate Princess treatment masterclass just for ladies in the Feminine Energy Academy. Once again, you have access to all of this for free. Cancel anytime. Jump in there. Make sure you book an appointment with Coach B so you can hear from the man's perspective as well. And we will see you in the Feminine Energy Academy.